Coming up on CBC Vancouver News. Viewing the destruction left in the wake of the Bradley Creek wildfire.
As you see, there's nothing left. It's just gone.
I didn't recognize my own community. It looked like a war zone.
What evacuees saw as they fled. Plus,
okay, Jim, go!
The stories of escaping the flames and leaving it all behind.
It's the worst nightmare. You never want to turn your animals loose and just pray that they make it.
And air quality plummets across much of the province as wildfire smoke moves in.
It's drinking a lot of water. That sort of thing. Yeah, trying to take it easy.
Where it could improve and where the challenges remain.
This is CBC Vancouver News.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Michelle Ghoussoub. We're getting a sense of the scale of the destruction on the north end of Okanagan Lake. Today, reporter Benit Brach boarded a boat with fire evacuees. They toured the area where home after home is destroyed and spoke about the panicked rush to get out. And a warning, some of these images may be difficult to see.
The first time, so it's just like, makes me shake.
Home after home gone. This is what's left after the Bradley Creek wildfire tore through a community many have long treasured. Lee Dinwoody has lived on the north end of Okanagan Lake for about 30 years. His home survived, but what happened here on the lands of the Okanagan Indian Band is a loss community members are feeling deeply.
It's the most peaceful, loving place you can find. You know, it's so that's what the treasures of the memories have all been burnt, other than the memories in your mind. And that's the sad part is, you know, people have been here forever.
It's not clear how many homes were lost here, but hundreds of structures burned. You can see all the places here where the fire scorched through. And this is a really hard reality that many families are now having to process.
It's all around us. Not sure what's going to happen here.
Dinwoody says he stayed on his property as long as he could, but like so many, had little time to flee as flames quickly approached.
This is not good. The wind was so strong, it was hard to even explain how. I've never ever in my life felt wind like that.
Dinwoody is saddened to see the devastation of his friends' homes. Places he has long cherished, like Newport Beach and the marina, now unrecognizable.
So this is a major fueling spot for this.
Also on this boat, Hank Pribashewski and his father. Their cabin also survived. Hank saw the fire soon after it ignited.
It was way more extreme than I expected. Like, we just thought it was a bit of like a small grass fire. Like, it was way underestimated of what we thought. And once the wind picked up, we could hear explosions happening down the lake. So that's when we started getting a lot more serious and, preparing, getting our pumps out.
Now, firefighting efforts are ongoing here. We are keeping our distance, but I could see helicopters coming down with the buckets, scooping up that water. They're heading up north towards where that fire front is, just up this mountain.
I tell you, my hat's off to the people who are flying on planes. They're very, very knowledgeable. They put a lot of effort into it.
Amid the ash and ruins, families now left to grieve the losses and slowly return to what remains.
Such a heartbreak.
Benit Brach, CBC News, Okanagan Lake.
The Okanagan Indian Band's chief said the homes of band members and long-term renters were destroyed in that fire. He took a helicopter tour to view the destruction and says part of the community is unrecognizable.
I didn't recognize my own community. It looked like a war zone. It was really heartbreaking because there were some structures there that I've seen all my life. I was 67 years old, and it was just heartbreaking to see those structures not there and the vegetation that was lost.
The province has warned of challenging conditions in the days to come, forecasting dry lightning in areas with high fire risk. They've warned the over 4,000 properties on evacuation alert to be ready to leave at a moment's notice. A new wildfire is burning about a 45-minute drive east of downtown Vancouver. Metro Vancouver says the fire is inside Belcarra Regional Park. It was discovered earlier this afternoon, and our Troy Charles is there and brings us more details. Troy, what do we know so far about this new fire?
Yeah, good evening, Michelle. And I'm just going to get cameraman Sean to go straight up onto the fire here as we have helicopters bucketing this blaze here. We are on Crystal Creek Drive, just west of Anmore. And you can see where this helicopter is dropping the long line into that tree line. This is very close to this neighborhood here. There are many houses that have this tree line right back into their backyards. Behind there is a clearing where there's power lines, and I was showing some photos. The folks here believe that's where the fire is, in this kind of cleared area with power lines behind this neighborhood here on Crystal Creek Drive. We've been here for about an hour. The helicopters have been coming consistently through, dropping bucket after bucket. And earlier we spoke to one of the residents that lives in this neighborhood when they saw the fire spark earlier this afternoon.
You know, I told my partner, pack a bag, like I'm gonna go see if it actually is here, see where this fire is, and, you know, get the dogs in order to make sure that everyone's safe, and, you know, was texting neighbors and, you know, just trying to make sure all the people that I know are aware that, you know, there's a fire very close.
Now, Michelle, there's plenty of officials on site here, Metro Vancouver, Fire, Police, the Port Moody Fire Department. Everyone is working in together here. Fire is listed just roughly under 1 hectare. Tense times here for folks in this neighborhood just west of Anmore, as this new wildfire is burning very close to many homes.
Our Troy Charles reporting for us. Thanks for being there, Troy. Hazy skies over southwestern BC have severely degraded air quality. Children, older people, and people with asthma are being advised to limit outdoor exercise, but the microparticles in wildfire smoke pose a risk to everyone. Ruby Cornish has more on the risks and how to stay safe.
Smoke has settled over southwest BC. On Wednesday, the Air Quality Index recorded high to very high risk ratings across the region, with the Eastern Fraser Valley consistently recording the maximum possible. In Metro Vancouver, early morning exercise was being approached with caution.
We're taking a lot of breaks, drinking a lot of water. That sort of thing. Yeah, trying to take it easy.
It's a natural phenomenon. We can't do anything about it, so I'm not complaining.
In Thailand, it's a little bit like this. So when you wake up, you check the AQI and like, is it safe to go outside? You know, this is the first time that we had to do that in, you know, when we here in Canada.
So what does a high risk rating actually mean? It's all about the concentration of fine particulate matter in the air. Pollutants so small they can bypass the filters in our nose and throat and travel deep into our lungs.
We don't really notice it until we can often smell it, or like today it's clouding out the sun. But the reality is those particles can get from your lungs into your bloodstream. So they don't just impact your lungs, they can impact your heart and your brain.
The danger is higher for older people and those with respiratory conditions like asthma, who are being encouraged to postpone strenuous outdoor activity. Infants and young children, whose lungs are still developing, are a particularly vulnerable group, even if they don't seem affected.
They're just taking in more air relative to their body mass compared to adults. They also tend to breathe a little bit quicker, their respiratory rate's just faster, and they also tend to spend more time active outdoors.
But smoke particles are dangerous for people of all ages, so you should try to limit breathing them in if you can. If you're outdoors, consider wearing a face mask. Pay attention to your symptoms. If you notice a throat irritation or a cough, it's probably a good sign to head inside.
Clean indoor environment is one of the best things that you can do, right? So, you know, ideally closing doors and windows.
The smoke is expected to lift later this week. Ruby Cornish, CBC News, Vancouver.
Darius Maravi joins us now with a first look at the weather. And Darius, I know you've been following that air quality as well.
That's right. It's not likely to get any better anytime soon in the interior, although some relief coming here on the coast. We'll talk more about that later in the show. But I first want to mention 115 fires here in BC, 53 of which are out of control. No change to the wildfires of note, or the number of them, but we have seen several evacuation orders downgraded to alerts through the day today, and several evacuation alerts shrunk in size. So potentially some good news there, but the fire danger remains high in the south. Those downgrades were made with the advice of the Wildfire Service, so clearly they think that the fire activity in some areas is not going to jump up again, but it is a real possibility and likely even in some of these areas. Now, I do want to note fire danger not so high here in Metro Vancouver. It is moderate, but not so bad. So that fire that Troy was telling us about, the Belcarra fire, if we zoom in here to where that fire is, I want to highlight the bucketing that he said was happening. I was actually looking on flight radar earlier today, and if we zoom in on the location of this fire just east of Sassamat Lake, you'll be able to see here that helicopter that was going in loops around bucketing the fire. So this was earlier today. I believe new helicopters have come through now and have been bucketing the region, but just know that some work is being done there. Again, even though it's a small fire, even though the danger isn't particularly high, we're in a drought situation even here on the coast, and so better safe than sorry.
Thanks so much, Darius.
Thank you.
A ranch family forced to flee from the Bradley Creek wildfire say they're just grateful everyone got out alive. Devin McMillan describes how her family, 13 horses, 4 dogs, and 1 free-ranging pig made it to safety any way they could.
Okay, Jim, go. You lead the way, buddy. Come on.
There's video footage of my friend, my partner, Christy, opening the gates for our horses and chasing them out. And my husband only had time to grab our kids' suitcases, thankfully, that were packed because they were at a hockey camp, and we just happened to have their clothes packed. And it's like we planned for this. Like, we just didn't have time. Everyone's okay. You know, they quick thinking, it's the worst nightmare. You never want to turn your animals loose and just pray that they make it. And they had to do that. We lost our trailer next door that belonged to my uncle. Our home went up fast. We had cedars lining the property, and our neighbors had this big, beautiful garden. And our ranch hand's daughter just broke into tears, screaming, "We forgot the pig. We forgot Jelly Bean." I said, "Can you please go look for the pig? Like, can you please just like confirm it? Like, if she's not there, like if it's gone." And at first he said, "She's gone." He's like, "I'm so sorry." And on his way up the driveway, I guess he saw her hanging out under my neighbor's house hiding. And she was burned badly. Like, she looks rough. She looks awful. She was dehydrated. Like, she just looked shriveled, and was thankful to know she made it. And she's like a dog, essentially, right? And she just knew, she ran to safety. I'm just overwhelmed with gratitude that, you know, although we've been through this tragedy, that is when you see people really come together.
And south of the border in Washington state, evacuees are combing through what's left of their homes as wildfires rage. Julia Wong is in Spokane and tells us how residents are coping there and how firefighters are bracing for worsening conditions.
I got my wedding album and I got my family album.
When wildfires erupted last weekend in Spokane, Washington, Anita Stokes grabbed whatever she could.
My cross, I thought I had left it behind. It's very comforting. I thought I'd lost it.
Emotions are raw. Her home, one of hundreds destroyed by the flames.
That was awful, awful. I can't even describe that. We were screaming. I mean, it was just, I expected it, but I didn't, So it was devastating.
Stokes, now unsure what comes next.
Now I feel really insecure because we're homeless, and we never thought we'd be in this position.
3 wildfires, now burning more than 42 square kilometers, a reminder of how unforgiving the flames can be. Some houses completely leveled, while others left untouched.
This used to be a camper, but now it's just a pile of rubble. Over here, this was a sink. You can tell it's filled with ash right now. There's a cheese grater. Over here, this used to be an oven. Still inside, a couple cast iron pans.
The north side of the fire.
It's all hands on deck. The need so high, some fire departments are calling up new recruits, and officials unsure when the fires will be under control.
We are still in an active firefight here. Still have fire interior, still have heat, so we're not gonna sit down and take a break. We're gonna continue full force with what we're doing.
And those on the front lines say they've never seen anything like these wildfires before.
The initial stages of this was just in the street combat level firefighting. I mean, it was a firestorm coming through.
A smash and grab in the middle of the night, why thieves attacked a shop on Dunbar Street in Vancouver, and why they made off with the store safe. That's next. After 26 years, one of Metro Vancouver's most popular summertime attractions is closing its doors for good. The Richmond Night Market says this is its final season. They say that the decision comes as its lease has ended. Its owner and founder, Raymond Chung, says he's grateful for nearly 3 decades of memories with visitors, vendors, and performers. The last day to visit is September 20th. The new medical school at Simon Fraser University's Surrey campus opened its doors to its first cohort today. The province is hoping the school's accelerated program will help train more physicians and deal with doctor shortages. Our Sorab Sandhu spoke with some students who are excited to start their training and want to help improve BC's healthcare system.
It's day one of school for this group of students as they embark on a 3-year program at the new Simon Fraser University Medical School in Surrey.
Everyone's very, very excited, and I think we just feel really lucky as well to be chosen the 48 to kind of get the ground running.
Officially dubbed the Stephens Family School of Medicine, the 3-year program the province says will allow students to graduate 1 year quicker than some other medical schools and allow them to provide care sooner.
And there will be also opportunities for community-based placement, which is one area that really drew me to SFU. We're going to have opportunities for community partnerships, and I think it's great to be learning from very diverse populations throughout our medical education and journey.
The buzz and excitement around the new medical school is also pushing other students to consider applying.
I see how they accelerated the family medicine aspect, and we have a really big shortage of family medicine. So I think people are pretty interested in that.
The first cohort, which includes 48 students, will train in an interim learning space inside SFU's Surrey campus, while the new facility gets built next door. The admissions will increase in phases, expected to reach up to 120 students a year by 2035.
We are very focused on collaboration, team-based care, working with our First Nations Health Authority partners, working with Fraser Health, ensuring that really what we're creating is not just 120 physicians, but 120 physicians who are going to magnify the kind of care that they're able to provide.
The province says the new curriculum is designed to advance primary care and train doctors, with the first group of students expected to start their residencies as early as 2029.
It is about building a stronger public healthcare system to make sure that every British Columbian can get great healthcare when they need it, close to home.
The province says the new medical school is the first one in the last 60 years to open in Western Canada and only second one to be established in BC. Construction on the new campus is expected to be completed in 2030. Saurabh Sandhu, CBC News, Surrey.
Vancouver police are investigating after a break-in and burglary of high-value Pokemon cards from a collectible store just before 3 a.m. CCTV footage shows 2 masked suspects prying open the back door of Royal Card Shop and Collectibles on Dunbar Street. Police say a rope was attached to a stolen Ford pickup truck to pull out a safe. The owners of the shop estimate the value of the stolen merchandise to be between $60,000 and $80,000.
It was really, really scary. Imagine 3 a.m. you turn on, there's an alarm on your phone saying someone trying to break the door, and then turn on the camera, there's a big truck, black truck, and two guys with the mask and stuff cover their face, and they're even they have gloves.
Police say the stolen Ford pickup was recovered in Surrey later that morning. Orcas putting on a bit of a show up island today, where they were using the pebbles to have a good rub. The underwater mics picking up the calls of the whales. Darius has your full provincial forecast. That's coming up.
This is Vancouver is a new CBC podcast where we explore the issues, the stories, and the people that make this place home. Listen to This is Vancouver wherever you get your podcasts.
help.
Mark Carney says he's lost confidence in FIFA's president. The Prime Minister joining growing criticism of Gianni Infantino over a plan to bring private investment into the World Cup. Evan Dyer breaks down the controversy and Carney's blunt message.
Certainly, I don't have confidence in Mr. Infantino after this point. Given what transpired and given the nature of what transpired.
Mark Carney's condemnation of FIFA head Gianni Infantino was frank, but he's not the only one to lose trust in world soccer's top official.
This is your peace prize.
Infantino has made waves from the start for his relationship with Donald Trump, giving the president FIFA's inaugural peace prize, getting involved in Trump's Board of Peace. And fans worldwide were outraged when FIFA allowed a U.S. player to compete despite a red card ban. For many, the final straw came last week when Infantino announced he'd been working on a plan to sell off a 20% stake in the World Cup's commercial business. The potential buyer, a firm run by Jared Kushner's brother.
The idea that proper governance is not to disclose to your closest advisors, your chief operating officer, your fellow board members, something of consequence that you're even considering, let alone proposing, that's fatal.
I was in disbelief that that this single person would be able to do some of the things that he was supposedly doing behind everyone's back.
Infantino spent the day in emergency meetings in Morocco. FIFA's board says it still backs him, but Canada Soccer and CONCACAF, North America's soccer federation, both questioned his leadership, as has the all-important European Federation, UEFA.
When so many knives are out for you, there's no hiding place.
If Infantino falls, one of the front runners to replace him is Canadian Victor Montagliani.
Done a very good job in his role at CONCACAF, but again, I'll defer to governance.
Mark Carney is the only leader of a 2026 World Cup host nation to speak out against Infantino. It's still not clear if President Trump will weigh in to defend the man who worked so hard to win his favor. Evan Dyer, CBC News, Ottawa.
Legendary Canadian broadcaster Lloyd Robertson has died. Known for being both authoritative and unflappable on air, he spent many years as anchor for flagship news programs at the CBC and CTV. Susan Ormiston looks at his life and legacy.
Tonight's stories come from Washington, Sicily, Apollo 12.
It was the voice that caught the ear in the early days of TV news.
Good evening. Lloyd Robertson for CBC News.
His baritone delivery a steady soundtrack for some of the biggest stories of our times, like the first man on the moon in 1969.
I'm pinching myself because here I am, a little kid from Stratford, in the center of things.
Lloyd Robertson got his start in private radio, then joined CBC TV in the mid-1950s, when staff announcers wore many hats.
Right now, it's your vacation time.
Roles in Vacation Time and Mr. Fix-It.
Take your pick. Which one is the Mona Lisa?
Everybody did everything, news, sports, weather, jazz shows, whatever.
Everything is in readiness here.
But news became his passion.
For the first time, a satellite over the Indian Ocean is being used.
As TV went from black and white to color, so did Lloyd. By the 1970s, Robertson was CBC's main news anchor.
Good evening.
Guiding Canadians through tense moments like the FLQ crisis.
Canadians are mourning the death of Pierre Laporte at the hands of political assassins.
Greeting royals.
Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II.
And marking moments in political history.
Richard Milhouse Nixon, the President of the United States, will address the American people. That's the news.
Robertson was a fixture in Canadians' lives on CBC until 1976, when at 42 years old, he jumped ship. Joining CTV, first as co-anchor with Harvey Kirk.
The CTV National.
And then chief anchor for 3 decades.
Good evening. U.S. President Ronald Reagan has...
shepherding viewers through some of the biggest crises in history. At home, a popular celebrity who covered 14 federal elections, as familiar to Canadians as the prime ministers he interviewed.
I'm not quitting before you.
Okay, that's the deal.
Jean Chrétien left his post long before Robertson, who announced he would leave CTV's anchor chair in 2011, turning it over to Lisa Laflamme. but staying on as a special correspondent for W5.
He has gained public trust for his integrity.
Robertson was awarded an Order of Canada,
the degree of Doctor of Laws,
multiple honorary degrees, and from his colleagues, the prestigious Gordon Sinclair Award. A special moment for the consummate professional.
And so we come to the end, and it couldn't
Who's
happen at a
now
more fitting
delivered
time
his
than the
final
beginning of September
signature
2021.
sign-off to Canada.
And that's the kind of day it's been for all of us at CTV News. Good night.
Pop star Ariana Grande's decision to step away from the spotlight has prompted a debate about the societal pressure on women to maintain a certain physical appearance. Talia Sarv has more on what's being called skinny culture.
Ariana Grande has long dominated the charts, but in recent years, it's her appearance that has dominated conversation. One reignited after this new music video.
But I don't need someone to say.
And the singer announced over the weekend that she'll be taking a break from the public eye after her latest tour.
Boundaries need to be set.
Grande paused her Chicago concert on Monday night to address the decision, which ends plans for her to star in an upcoming West End musical.
It seems like Ariana Grande right now is sort of, let's say, at the center of a constellation of issues.
Intense commentary over Grande's body comes as we've seen an explosion of GLP-1 weight loss drugs and speculation over high-profile celebrity weight loss. In Canada, online searches for these drugs have increased 110% in the last year. Experts also say social media platforms are pushing restrictive diet content and so-called skinny culture, especially on women.
I think it's important for us to shift the conversation a bit from individual people. This is not an individual problem. This is a cultural, societal issue.
Canadian Rachel Melenda agrees. She was diagnosed with anorexia at 13 years old, which continued into a decade of disordered eating. She now runs women's empowerment events.
I feel like just being a woman with all the beauty standards, it's difficult, right? And I really feel for the younger generation of women who are way more susceptible.
We are perpetuating a culture where we're assuming that weight is even an important or even a good proxy for health, and we know that it's not.
But with unprecedented access to all things thin, health advocates say weight-inclusive education has never been so important. Talia Sarv, CBC News, Toronto.
Researchers at UBC have found a way to keep fruit fresh for longer. The team developed an edible coating that kept strawberries moist and firm for at least 4 days at room temperature, even outperforming refrigerated berries without the coating. The study's senior author, Tianqi Yang, is here now to explain. Okay, how can a liquid made from seaweed extend the shelf life of fruit?
Yeah, thank you. So basically, we develop ultra thin and edible coating that's made from our food grade agar, tannic acid, and zinc. These materials, they can interact and self-assemble into tiny microparticles. And those tiny microparticles can form protective layers on the surface of the fresh produce, like strawberries. And they can help retain moisture and firmness, and also reduce the spoilage for the fruits.
Okay, so we saw there dipping the strawberries in what looked like kind of a milky white substance. What would you say to some people who might be wary or unsure of eating a strawberry that's been coated or dipped in something?
Yeah, because these strawberry, coatings, we designed to be easily rinsed off under the running water. So in our lab testing, we found that more than 86% of the coatings can be washed away. So if a consumer prefer to wash away the coatings, and they can just simply rinse them off, under the running water before consumption.
So, no effect maybe on the eating experience once you've washed that away. The provincial government says that on average, people in BC throw away 1 out of every 4 bags of groceries that we buy, which seems really high. What are the practical implications of this research?
So, food waste is a Canadian and a global issue. And as the food scientists, our goal is to use technology to tackle these problems. So we developed the coatings that can extend the shelf life of the fresh produce, and even a little bit shelf life extension, which can make a significant impact for reducing the food waste. So in our research, we found that using our coated strawberry, it can keep freshness at room temperature for at least 4 days, which is better than the refrigerations. But when we combine with refrigeration together, the freshness can be much longer, at least 6 days.
Do you anticipate that this could be used either to transport large commercial amounts of produce or maybe in people's kitchens at home?
Yeah, so we designed this coating and we hope it can be used from the whole food supply chain. So for example, from the growers and the food processors and in the food industries, and they can basically apply this coating as the post-harvest process. And we also designed to be used as people's homes. And for example, they purchase the grocery like strawberry from grocery store, and further they want to further keep it more fresh and extend their shelf life. And after purchase from grocery store, they can apply this coating at their own homes. So that's our hope and our central goals for these types of the coatings.
Well, really interesting and a really practical way to reduce food waste. Qianqi Yang is an assistant professor of food science at UBC. We so appreciate your time with us today.
Yeah, thank you.
Wildfires in BC are prompting air quality warnings in the Lower Mainland. Researchers warn wildfire smoke may be more harmful than traffic pollution. That's coming up. As wildfire smoke moves across the province, air quality warnings are in place in Metro Vancouver and the eastern and central Fraser Valley. As the CBC's Camille Vernet reports, wildfire smoke has numerous impacts on human health, and research suggests fire smoke may be worse for our lungs than vehicle pollution.
In this bag, my better puffer and my brown puffer.
At just 9 years old, Roland never leaves home without them.
My lungs close up. I could lose breath and maybe even die. Yeah. Anyways, that's why I carry it with me, so I don't. Usually when it's smoky outside and I go outside, it makes me cough a lot.
Roland has asthma, and before he steps outside, there's a ritual.
Hey, Mom. Yeah? What's the air quality?
Anytime we leave the house, we check air quality.
If it's smoky outside, he stays home.
I feel very trapped when I can't go outside because of my asthma. It's really frustrating.
Roland and his mother understand the danger of wildfire smoke. In 2023, the death of 9-year-old Carter Vi shook the province.
Hi.
Hi, Amber.
Come on in.
Thank you.
A soccer ball, toys. Carter's room is frozen in time.
These are all of Carter's, or some of Carter's toys.
Amber, Carter's mom, remembers his last day.
We got all the kids ready. We walked down to the park, and by about noon, the smoke I started to notice it coming in.
That evening, Carter suffers a severe asthma attack.
And I just knew that we needed to take him to the hospital and get him checked out. At one point, they started having to do CPR on him. The doctor asked us to step outside of the room, and he told us there was nothing more that they could do. And when we walked back into that hospital room, everyone was crying, and my baby was gone.
Every year in Canada, there's about 1,500 premature deaths linked to wildfire smoke. When air quality drops, Sarah Anderson is in charge of the emergency response in BC.
Good morning, everybody.
She lets people know when it's best to stay indoors and when it's safe to go outdoors.
When we're talking about deaths, we're talking the very tip of the iceberg of those health impacts, because for every death, there's maybe 5 hospital admissions and 10 ER visits and 20 visits to the doctor and 100 new prescriptions filled.
The smoke from wildfires contain particles so small that when they reach the lungs, they can enter the bloodstream and damage organs.
Pretty much every health impact that you can imagine, we know that wildfire smoke has an effect on it.
After 20 years of studying urban and industrial pollution, Christopher Colston is now focusing exclusively on wildfire smoke.
Right now, this is one of only a few places in the entire world that we can safely expose humans to air pollution in real time.
In this lab, participants spend 2 hours inside a controlled box where smoke is released, a study considered safe due to the small amount of exposure in winter months.
It looks like fire smoke is actually worse for the lungs than traditional traffic-related pollution. We're starting to see disease in kidneys, we're starting to see disease in the blood vessels themselves, and we're even starting to see disease in the central nervous system or the brain.
Carter's death revealed gaps in air quality monitoring, especially in rural communities.
This is an air quality monitor, and we brought them into 100 Mile because there are none. At the time that Carter passed, we checked the air quality on our phone, not knowing that our closest air quality monitor was 100 kilometers away, and it told us that the air was safe, not knowing that it wasn't. So had we have had real-time accurate air quality monitors in 100 Mile at that moment, We might have changed our day and not gone for a walk to the park. We might have stayed inside instead.
With the help of the BC Long Foundation, Amber started Carter's project. So far, they've installed 20 monitors across the province. Gold River, where Roland lives, now has one.
Before we had those, it was always a guessing game. It is
31.
31, we're in the green. Woohoo! So I don't want people to panic about smoke. I want them to take it seriously. Think about how to reduce your exposure and think about protecting your health.
Yeah, we always said that Carter was going to do something great in his life, that he was going to move mountains. And I think that with Carter's project, we're able to do that for him and continue on his legacy, because he may have only been a 9-year-old boy to some, but he was such a bright light, and he's going to make a difference in this world.
Camille Vernet, CBC News, 100 Mile House.
An update now on the Belcarra fire discovered earlier this afternoon, just a 45-minute drive east of downtown Vancouver. Our Troy Charles is there, and Metro Vancouver has now provided an update. Troy, what can you tell us?
Yeah, Michelle, getting more details. This is still a very active wildfire fight here in the Crystal Creek neighborhood, just west of Anmore. Since we've been here, the helicopters have not stopped bucketing. They're filling up in Bunsen Lake and making the rounds. There's 3 aerial attacks on here. And we've got the update from Metro Vancouver that there are 2 homes that had to be tactically evacuated near the forest line in the neighborhood above us here. And 12 others are on evacuation alert. 2 homes tactically evacuated, 12 others on evacuation alert. And we also heard earlier about possibility that the fire might have been started by downed power lines, and we heard from the Metro Vancouver Regional District. They spoke with us not long ago.
So BC Hydro is working to de-energize the hydro wires that are down. We're unsure if it was the cause of the fire or if the fire caused the hydro wires to come down after the fact. For safety of our first responders, ground crews are not actively at the site.
So yeah, we're still monitoring the situation closely. They say the flames are about 1,000 feet from some of the homes here. So, you know, and the other thing is it's very smoky in this area because of the wildfire smoke in the whole Metro Vancouver area. Hard to really decipher from this fire smoke and just the general poor air quality, but there definitely is still smoke coming from the trees behind many of these homes here in the west of Anmore. Michelle?
That's our Troy Charles. Thank you, Troy.
This weather update is brought to you by Elections BC. Local elections are this fall. There are rules for advertising, and Elections BC is here to help.
Darius Madavi joins us now with the full provincial forecast. Darius, what are you keeping an eye on?
Well, of course, we're keeping a close eye on that fire. As Troy mentioned, air quality, big concern in the region, partly because of that fire and also just the smoke coming from the interior. Well, that should clear out as we get some inflow in the hours ahead. Now, the drought continues to be a big issue in the southern interior, but large reason why these fires are so severe. And just because I know that even when I'm covering these fires, it can sometimes escape me to mention this drought is caused by climate change. We're going to see more droughts like this as a result of climate change, and this is a major driver of these fires. Hotter conditions, drier conditions contributing to the drought, which in turn contributes to the fires. Now, because those fires are burning so intensely, both here in BC and south of the border, orange air quality warning has expanded to other parts of the southern interior, like around Kamloops, and we have a number of yellow weather alerts as well, and again, largely coming from both the fires here in BC and soon, especially as we get into tomorrow, coming up from south of the border and affecting places like the Kootenays. As we look ahead to the next few days, expect temperatures to climb back into the mid-30s, except where smoke inhibits some of those temperatures in the southern interior. And as we get into the weekend, we do see temperatures come down a bit, but still dry as a bone in the southern interior. Expect to see more instability, more dry lightning. And so even as we look to the smoky skies tomorrow, be on the lookout for more thunderstorms potentially coming in for the weekend.
Thanks so much, Darius.
Thank you.
The CBC's Justin McElroy is searching for BC's best roadside attraction. Today, he took a look at 2 sites in the interior, and the whimsy he found might surprise you. That's coming up.
.org.
Hi, I'm Amy Bell, and here's what's in your CBC inbox.
This summer, CBC's hitting the road with the search for BC's best roadside attraction. We're putting the top can't-miss pit stops in a head-to-head elimination bracket, and you get to vote for your favorite at cbc.ca/BC Search. And join CBC's Hayley Lewis on Saturn Island August 14th or Margaret Gallagher in Fort Langley on August 15th for special screenings of Indigenous stories. Details at cbc.ca/BC Community.
Summer in BC is a great time for road trips, and the province is known for its natural beauty. But you've likely passed equally memorable landmarks on your way to your outdoor destination. And the CBC's Justin McElroy is on the hunt for BC's best roadside attraction. He spoke with host Janella Hamilton earlier.
I am just outside Revelstoke next to Highway 1, and we are in the Enchanted Forest, the amazing, quirky, beloved attraction full of fairy bobtail creatures, tree houses, all sorts of interesting things that you can see. I'm right now in front of the famed castle, of course. It is one of 8 finalists in the interior. It's going up against 3 Valley Gap, also nearby today in voting. This is one of the most beloved roadside attractions in the province, and it could win this entire tournament.
Now, Justin, wildfires we know are sparking up all over BC. How do these fires impact these types of attractions?
Yeah, and it is certainly, if you're in an area of this province, let's be honest, where there are evacuation orders or alerts and you're wondering of the status of your home, you're far from concerned over what the best roadside attraction is. But for these businesses, now this is part of the reality in the summertime of knowing that you don't know what the summer is going to look like and whether people are going to be able to get to the places where your thing is. I spoke with a family member who owns 3 Valley Gap. Of course, that's a hotel that has been around for 66 years, and people have come generation after generation. And now he says there's a different conversation that has to be had with customers every summertime.
Constant conversation. People coming, especially from overseas or even from out of province, they want information, right? They want to know how it's going to be for their trip. They've been planning it for months, but that's just something they field at the front desk all the time, trying to put people at ease, right? But ultimately, it's out of our hands, and we just have to deal with it.
It is hard, right, Janella? It is out of people's hands. People do have businesses. They do have traditions. They do have summer plans. And it's the duality now when you live in the interior in the summertime, not knowing quite what is going to happen. In the meantime, Enchanted Forest says their business so far this year is going pretty well, about the same as last year. Their highways have not shut down as well. There's so many people that come here year after year. We'll see how it does in the competition.
All right, our Justin McElroy on the hunt for BC's best roadside attraction. Thanks, Justin.
Thanks, Janella.
And thank you for being with us tonight on CBC Vancouver News at 6. You can watch this newscast on CBC Gem, our free app, as well as on YouTube and our website, cbc.ca/BC. I'll have your next local news at 11 o'clock. That's right after the National. Have a good night.